Gypsy Rose Blanchard has been getting clowned on this hair internet for going to a university and speaking. The students at the university think she's a big joke. Y'all have to see this clip, and then I'm going to show you guys what she responded to about me on social media.
Yes! Come on, you are sick and you're married. Girl, come on, Phoebe. Phoebe!
I've seen another one, and I want you guys to see this one too because it took me out.
Ariana, what are you doing here?
Well, I got one more, and then I'm going to show you what she had to respond about me.
Can't bring me down. I'm on a high right now. I'm living my best life, and y'all can't come doing it.
You imagine being a guest speaker at a university, and they think it's such a joke that they are putting you on TikTok. Furthermore, the fact that they were taking pictures and stuff with her to make it into a joke. Clown activity. That is, I would be mortified and embarrassed. So someone comments, jobless Nina probably already on live punching the air about this. Love you, Gypsy. You stay shining and glowing. Gypsy puts clap, clap. And somebody says, and Gypsy has a job. At least Nina, the beauty influencer, hasn't unalived anyone. It's only a matter of time before Gypsy does it again. Just saying. Well, my friends, my mortgage is still paid. My luxury car payment is still paid. My son is still in daycare. My daughter does dance, cheerleading, tumble. Their normal activities are still the same. Even though you had me fired from my job, Love Bug, I'm still living a regular life. Actually, I'm making more money now than I did before, Love Bug. So if you actually didn't reach out to my job, I wouldn't be making as much money as I'm making now. Thank you, sweetheart. However, you still unalived your mom for sausage, right? And you are on this platform lying about the fact that your story that was being told was misinformation. Yeah, it was, but in your benefit. You didn't speak about that. Let's actually visit the fact that your mom didn't have Munchausen by proxy, and you have been lying to the public, which is why you were at this university. Let's speak about that. I think we do need to speak about that. Let's talk about the fact that you have a chromosome disorder, and let's actually review that one more time. This is 1q21.1 microdeletion, which is the chromosome disorder that Gypsy Rose has. This is not actually Gypsy Rose. This is the poster child for this chromosome disorder. You might be saying, Nina, how do you even know this? This might be a stretch. Yes, that little girl kind of looks like Gypsy a little bit, but you're probably making this up. Let's actually put a picture next to that little girl of Gypsy, and then let's prove the fact that she knew she had this chromosome disorder, her mother knew, her dad knew, and also the fact that she lied about her mom having Munchausen by proxy. Let's check that out. So this is the chromosome disorder. It's again, this is the poster child for the chromosome disorder, and this is a picture of Gypsy Rose. Do you see a similarity? You probably thought this was Gypsy. Yeah, that's because it was the chromosome disorder. Now let's actually look at the symptoms of that chromosome disorder. Here are some of them. Poor growth, which was why the feeding tube was there. It was a lack of thriving. Seizures, her mom spoke about that. Muscle issues, psychiatric issues, mood disorders. All of the issues that her mom was complaining about that she was being treated for is right here. Okay, so her mom didn't have Munchausen by proxy. Her mom was embellishing her issues by having her in a wheelchair all the time. That was embellishing it. The wheelchair was for the weak muscles. And it's kind of like a stroller. A child gets in a stroller when they're getting tired, right? It's the same thing when it came to her with the wheelchair. Now her mom overused it and embellished it. And that's called malingering because she did that for financial gain. That's not Munchausen by proxy. Now you're going to say, okay, how do you know that she had this chromosome disorder? Well, her father actually admitted it. Let's visit that again.
Did some tests and found out she had a chromosome disorder that was causing all of her functions from developing, her digestive system and her muscular system.
Father himself admitted it here. Now she also admitted that She was not aware of Munchausen by proxy, and it was told to her by her defense team. Let's visit that as well so you can hear that.
My two attorneys are telling me that my mother has something called Munchausen by proxy.
The sad part about this is Gypsy Rose Blanchard did not unalive her mom herself. She sought after a man that had autism or has autism, a low IQ, mental health issues, and he was collecting a disability check at the time. That's who she preyed on. She manipulated him for over 2.5 years. She had him come up with alter egos and basically made him feel like he had to do it to protect her. And that if he did not do it, she would not be safe. In fact, she lied to this man and told this man that she was pregnant by him. And she miscarried the baby because her mom had her using a feeding tube. A man that was collecting a disability check. A man that has autism, a low IQ, and mental health issues is who she preyed on. That man is sitting in prison for life. And the one question that I want to ask you guys is, if Gypsy Rose Blanchard was not in the picture, would her mother be alive today? The answer is yes. And that is why I don't feel like she should be getting praised. Furthermore, let's look at her interrogation one more time, because she actually, let's just watch it.
It's kind of weird though, people seeing you in handcuffs, they give you this weird look, and I'm like, I didn't do anything. I'm like, okay, number one, I didn't kill nobody, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I didn't do nothing. I'm a good girl.
And even though she used this young man multiple times and villainized him, and also had another man that she was involved with at the time, and after she unalived her mom, she asked the man that she used if she could go sleep with another one. Okay? But let's talk about how she villainized him.
I can't stand him because I went from one abusive person to another. I wish he would have been more responsible. He was the first person I ever told that I could walk.
I first met Dan at a sci-fi convention.
This is the guy, the other man.
We would trade messages back and forth for a while. And slowly, after a few months, I started to tell him more and more about my home life. He was the very first person that I ever told that I could walk. And yeah, I asked him a question. I asked him to kill my mother, but I didn't hold a gun to his head and make him do it. He seemed more happy to do it than anything.
An autistic man with a low IQ and mental health issues collecting disability.
I wanted to believe what she was saying, and unfortunately, I should have listened to my other part of me. As ironic as I was trying to influence her to go with, but she never went with it. She never wanted to run away, so I couldn't get that to work.
He knew. I think he knew that he could easily get me out of that situation by calling the police.
You could have called the police.
Being responsible. He knocked on the door 3 times, scratched the door twice, and that was code to let him in. But before I could let him in, he commanded me that I must shave my legs and any body hair and present myself to him naked.
Not right away.
Okay, what happens?
She wanted to shave her private part
Okay.
and her legs.
Okay, she wanted to shave her private part and her legs?
Yes, for me.
Okay. She ever done that before? Is this something new?
Usually her mom does not let her shave her legs.
Okay.
It's all carpet. Tell him my private parts are shaved. Defendant, okay, baby, he is excited to do this. What about the rest of your bottom half? Is what he had me ask you. Gypsy, I will do my legs as soon as he knocks.
Last clip was the alter ego that she had him create. But this is the person that y'all have at a university speaking. I would love to know who was on that board, because you should be a damn ashamed of yourself. And I said what I said. And also, just to put on record, I will always speak up when there's an injustice. And I don't care what I lose for that, okay? Because guess what? I'm one of God's favorites, and you've seen he's looked out for me, child. So what can you say about you, okay? You got a fake pit bull on the internet trying to argue people down. Love bug, remember that. Anyway, y'all, have a great day. Bye-bye for now.